In this lesson, we are going to find the numbers and solve the problem. Ramil runs the counter at a welding supply store. A purchase order is on the counter and its total line is empty. The customer is waiting and the numbers Ramil needs are already on the page. By the end of this lesson, you can take the numbers from a work document and solve the problem. That skill fills in totals, pay records, and stock cards without a mistake. Number 1, read the question. Number 2, pick only the numbers you need. Number 3, choose the operation. And number 4, write the unit with your answer. You may pause this and take a quick check on our problem solving template. A supplier price table with 3 rows. Welding rods with unit 1 box and price at 290 pesos. Cotton disc at 1 piece with 55 pesos. And an angle bar 1 piece at 120 pesos. The question is, what is the total of Ramil's purchase order? The order asks for welding rods and cutting disc. Which 2 rows of the piece table does Ramil need? Look now. So the rods row and the disc row are the ones that Ramil needs. The angle bar is not on the order. So the rod is 290 pesos times 3 boxes. That will give us 870. And the disc is 55 pesos times 2 piece. That will give us 110 pesos. For the total, we add 870 by 110 and the total of our purchase order is 980 pesos. So 980 pesos was written by Ramil with the total line. Remember its unit and don't forget that units is important, especially in writing numbers. A common trap is grabbing a number from the wrong row. Imagine we use the angle bar in solving this problem. As we can see, Ramil's purchase order do not contain any angle bar. So we take 120 from the angle bar row and the whole total goes wrong. That slip is rusty reading and not failure. Now it's your turn. A brush costs 25 pesos and the order asks for 4 quantity. You may pause and answer this question. You have to choose the operation and find the line total. So the answer is the price repeats 4 times. So we have to multiply 25 pesos by 4. So that will give us 100 pesos. I hope we have the same answer. For a quick recap, a document is a paper or screen that holds work information, and the operation is the math you choose: add, subtract, multiply, or divide. The unit is the label that finishes your answer. Read the questions, pick only the numbers you need, choose the operation, and write the unit. That is how the numbers on a page become a job done right. Let's have a quick self-check. Question number 1. A price list shows faucet at 250 pesos, a hose clamp at 22 pesos, a shower head at 495 pesos, and a customer asks the price of one hose clamp. Which number do you use? Let's pause and think. So the answer is 22 pesos. The question names the host clamp, so you read the host clamp row. The prices in the other rows belong to things the customer did not ask. So let's have number 2. A job order list, job order number 88, dated March 14, with hours work 4 and rate at 90 pesos per hour. Which numbers do you need to compute the pay? Again, let's pause and think. If your answer are hours work and the rate with 90 pesos per hour, then you are correct. They are the only entries about pay. The job order number and the date are numbers you skip. For the final question, a stock card list, stock card number 5, date April 8, and bottles at start 65, with bottles sold 44. The question asks, how many bottles were sold? Which number do you use? Let's pause and think. Let's check. The entry bottles sold answer the questions. The card number, the date, and the starting count are on the card, but they are not what the question asks about. I hope you got the correct answer too. And let's see each other on our next lesson.